So we're just going to talk about the next session we're going to go in is just for you guys to share what are men expected to do in your culture. Like, what is a man supposed to do? As a man, what are you supposed to do?
According to our culture, the first thing men are supposed to do, men are supposed to build a house. A man is supposed to marry, and a man also is supposed to own children. Then a man is also supposed to inherit property from the parent and not the woman or the girl.
And also a man should also have a leadership skill, so that can also lead in the community or direct people on how to live in the community. And another thing is, as a man, is always a family head. And if for us, we don't have any power. A man is always the head. And a man should also be a mentor in his family and the community as a whole.
A man is supposed to be providing security, mostly in terms of evening hours. If the comes people enter inside, he'll be the one to be remaining outside for some time. And also at night, he's supposed to wake up and monitor around, supposed to be providing security to the family.
Now you see, those are the very tiny things, yeah? But you see, they're in our heads in a way. Because ideally, if I was dating someone and they told me I can't sleep on the wall, but then that should be something you're able to discuss with your partner. And I mean, what happens if you sleep on the wall? You're not going to die.
What happened then was a man was supposed to come out first when he hears the raiders opening the kraal. So that's how a woman came to sleep behind, or a man coming to sleep in front of a woman.
So I think when you're talking about what you would want in a man, of course, like any young girl, a provider, a rich man, who can take care of like the home, pay school fees. So what happens when men don't do those things?
What happens if the man is not providing what he's supposed to be have in the house? The first thing will come in is gender-based violence, where a mother will start quarreling to innocent kids that you're disturbing me, yet even your father is not providing. So even in the house itself, the kids will start they will get tortured in the house because the father himself is not showing the love to the mother, and the mother will again transfer that thing to innocent kids, which is causing gender-based violence.
But where our girls are also reached is they look for something. After they get their money, they can decide and buy maybe foodstuffs, everything. That consumes all that money. For the sake of peace, some women have even given out their cards or their ATMs in order to be in that marriage. But once you refuse or you deny him that card, you might get out of that home. But it's not a good thing, because you as a man should be the provider of the home and should run up and down as I wait for you to bring that kafera, instead of again you waiting for me.
Another question I would want to pose, like to the gentleman here. Have you ever made to act a certain way because you're a man? Have you had those scenarios where you have to feel the need to act a certain way because you're a man?
Yes. Environmental factors dictate some of them. One, in this era, it would look so bad to find someone like me. I'm not saying I do cook, yes. When I was still at campus, I used to cook. But then, that one they would understand you at school. But now, if I'm here and you come to our home, for example, and you find me cooking while my sister is seated, how would it look like? So I'm forced to be like, no, me, I will not enter that kitchen, but I want to eat, Two, there is also you trying to pretend, as you stated, in a relationship, yeah? You want to pretend to provide, yeah? You want to show you're a man. You're even forced to steal money or borrow money to show that now I'm a man, yeah? What do you want? Let me provide you this. All those things it's environmental, societal factors that push us to do that.
For me to feel like I'm a man, I will never accept a woman to buy for me anything, because in most cases when a lady buys for you something, obviously at the end of the day they will look down on you. I will make sure that when she buys for me something today, I'll buy for her something bigger than what she bought for me, because that will prove that I am still the one up there. That takes on the responsibility, because believe that there are certain girls to please you that they can do for you. Later on they can talk bad about you.
So what are some of those nice positive traits that men have, guys? Those nice things that you appreciate about men that are positive.
Yeah, for me, I appreciate my man. If in the morning, as I wake up, as I am sweeping, he's also mending the house. He also, as I am busy cooking, he can also wash plates. That is where we have reached nowadays, and we need to change. We cannot go back to our culture. If you do this as I'm doing this, it is a way of saving time, and we should learn how to use time management. As I give birth, you will be preparing for me that food. And whenever I'm normal, we can keep on sharing the things. That is when we ladies will be very happy and we shall live in peace in that home.
I would also add that what I would like a husband to do for me is to make me his friend. In most cases, we are not friends to these people. They go out and look for their friends, but we are not your friends. But if you really make us your friends, as friends we can understand each other. I can even humble and calm down if you make me your friend, because there is a way friendships act. And then we really appreciate you. These days you are trying. Sometimes they can fetch for you water, but again the community will turn back to them and say, you have been put in the pocket. How can you fetch for a woman water? And tomorrow your husband again will again change and may not fetch for you water again.
If I would be a man, if I would be a woman, what I expect from my husband, and of which I also do, at least cook for your woman. When there is need, cook for your woman. Then also spend some time with her. Like you've gone for the other daily endeavors, when you come back, come early. And it is good. Let me hope. I just want to inform all members here, these things were happening. And these days, we are in an era where we share things. We are all contributing to the family in any way. I am out to build my family with my wife. So if a woman has money, it's okay with us. It will now depend on how I behave without having that money.
So just start by evaluating yourself, and then slowly in the work that you do with the feeder, you're able to integrate this in. And it's nice to have these conversations in the different communities you go, or even with people. Because I think most issues are just really personal issues. They start with self. Because if you're not self-aware, if you don't know what you want, if you're not open to learning, of course issues are going to arise. But things can change. We have seen humans change, people change. Change is very gradual. It doesn't happen in one day, but we have seen women change for their men, we have seen men change for their women. So gender equality, is what we are really advocating for. So and toxic masculinities helps bring about violence and inequality. If you've noticed the things we've been discussing all go back to inequality and violence.